Good morning, everyone. So I didn't get the opportunity to go live yesterday because I had a lot going on in the morning. I also babysit and I had a baby, and so when I get him in the morning I get a little distracted and I wasn't able to come on. You like my 4th of July nails? I totally did those last night. My toes look the same. Anyways, totally off topic. Anyways, though, I wanted to come on and give you guys this recipe, talk about my Fat Burning Latte, which is also known as bulletproof coffee, but I do something different. So it's not exactly bulletproof coffee, and it still works, and it's amazing. And if you're a coffee lover, or if you're a creamer lover, you will love this. Now, haven't had the opportunity to get everything out yet, so let me go ahead and do that. And I will continue to talk because I know you love my voice so much. You know, I really don't have a lot of stuff to actually get out because there's not a lot of ingredients to this, and that's what makes it so amazing. Okay, so first and foremost, yes, you will have to blend this because it's awesome, and blending it is the way to go. Now, we're going to talk about, let me pull up my coffee. Okay, so why is bulletproof coffee so awesome? Well, bulletproof coffee is so awesome because if you are eating a low-carb, high-fat diet and doing intermittent fasting, bulletproof coffee keeps you in a fasted state because it causes your body to actually create ketones, which is what you're trying to do in a fasted state with a low-carb, high-fat diet. Your body will naturally create the ketones because it is getting the fat necessary to do that. It will also curb hunger cravings during that fasted period. So if intermittent fasting is something you've thought about doing, adding bulletproof coffee to your daily regimen may be something you want to do. Also, bulletproof coffee is just amazing for you because you're giving your body your brain, not just your body, but more importantly, you're giving your brain the fats it needs to run at an optimal level, to clear that brain fog, to make thinking easier, to give you natural energy, to help produce higher serotonin levels that make you happy, so who wouldn't want to do that? So, all of that being said, we're going to get started. So, first and foremost, if you've ever heard of bulletproof coffee, it's really like, everybody's like, oh my god, you put what in your coffee? Yes, it is butter. So, I use Kerrygold Pure Irish Butter. It is grass-fed and hormone-free. There is nothing added to this. It is the most amazing tasting butter in the world, in my opinion. And I love this stuff. And on the back, this one kind of got smooshed on the way home. But on the back, as you can see, there are measuring. Those are 1 tablespoon across the whole back. So that's what we use. We use 1 tablespoon on the back. And what I do is I like to mark it where that 1 tablespoon is, and then I'll cut it off. So let me go ahead and do that. Now, I'm using an old one because I need to use it up before I use the rest, or open the new one. So then I use a NutriBullet. Let me move that to the side. I use a NutriBullet. As far as the butter goes, a lot of the questions that I get, I just put it in there. A lot of the questions that I get are, do you have to use salted, or do you have to use unsalted? Can you use unsalted? This is unsalted. The gold one is salted. Silver unsalted, gold one salted. Silver one costs more, gold one doesn't. It's up to you. They both run roughly $4. So the silver one tends to be like $4.50, I think it's like 50 cents more. And the gold one's like $4, $3. Now, mind you guys, I live in a small town, so I buy this in my local grocer because they carry it, and I never buy enough when I go into town. So yes, I say into town because driving to go do anything is going into town. But anyways, what was I saying? Oh, sorry. I told you guys in the very beginning, squirrel, I get distracted. That, and I have not had my coffee yet this morning. So you guys are getting me pre-coffee, which means I'm not exactly on a straight and narrow with my thinking yet. Which will lead me into what I use next. But I buy it at our local grocer because I never buy enough when I go into town. When I go grocery shopping, I run out of it frequently, and they carry it there. I cannot remember the price for it at like Walmart and stuff. I live in Texas, so I like to buy a lot of my stuff at H-E-B because they have natural ingredients in their brand name products. Although Walmart's doing a lot of that too now, and I just don't and haven't done enough research to know where their quality lines are. So I do a lot of my shopping at H-E-B for that reason. So if you're in Texas, or if you're in Texas, you have H-E-B as an option, Albertsons Market. But if you are in a city where there's actual stuff in stores, Sprouts and oh my gosh, Whole Foods, I couldn't think. So there's plenty of options. That the Kerrygold butter is found pretty much, you can pretty much find it anywhere. The next thing that I use, you can use something else. I purchased this because I love it. The other ingredient for bulletproof coffee is MCT oil. Not all MCT oil is created equal. Let me say that again. Not all MCT oil is created equal. There are certain things in certain oils that will cause your body to have adverse responses to them, and you want to avoid that at all costs. So I use Bulletproof Coffee's Brain Octane oil. Now they do have an XCT oil. Brain Octane oil is a mixture of oils that I love. The XCT oil is the purest form of MCT oil. I don't use the XCT oil from Bulletproof because I fell in love with the Brain Octane. That's really why. I've never tried the XCT oil. Shauna has. She has done both. So, and I don't know if she mixes them together. Not too sure on that. If you don't want to spend the money, but I will tell you it's worth every penny. It's $27. This is a 16-ounce bottle. It lasts me for well over a month. And I get it on auto ship, so I save a little bit of money by getting it on auto ship. It's like 25 bucks instead, or something like that. And but it lasts me forever. I only use 1 tablespoon of it a day, and I stole one of the medicine cups because measuring it that way was just a lot easier. So if you don't want to buy this stuff, and you don't want to find MCT oil, the ingredient that I want you to avoid when you're looking for MCT oil is lauric acid or lauric acid. I never say it correctly. But it's this. It says on there 0 lauric acid or lauric acid or whatever. You want to avoid that. That will cause you to like have breakout with like cysts and cause your body an inflammatory response. It's ridiculous. So I'm actually opening my other bottle of my cat's. You hear my cat back there? I had to open my other bottle of Brain Octane because it just came in the mail and then ran out. So you just simply add that in there like so. And if I were just doing simple bulletproof coffee, I would stop there, add my coffee, and blend, and be done with it. But because I have a bulletproof latte every morning, because bulletproof lattes are awesome. Oh, well, no, I'll get there in a second. I add a little bit more. So what I do is I use Califia unsweetened almond milk. Now, I don't always use the regular almond milk. In fact, I usually use their toasted coconut almond milk because it's amazing, it tastes amazing, and if you like coconut, you will totally love it. However, I'm out. They don't sell it at my local grocer, and I haven't gone into town this week, so I've been using this, which is great because this stuff is awesome and it follows our guidelines. Whenever you are purchasing almond milk, let me share this piece of information. The one thing that you want to make sure that you are doing is you are looking for things that are keratin free. Because keratin is a thickening agent that causes an inflammatory response in our bodies, which causes our bodies to hold on to things and will cause you to bloat and will cause you to feel like you have an allergy to something. And because we don't know keratin is there, we think it's something else. So we'll try all these things. Whenever you are doing almond milk, look for keratin free. It's the best, but almond milk, in my opinion, is better than cow milk. That's my personal opinion. You may not feel that way, and that's totally okay. This is my opinion. Keratin free was totally the way to go. Okay, and there's a lot of calcium in these, so I would typically measure, but I don't know where my measuring cup is. I'm going to say children stole it, but roughly I use about 2 ounces or a fourth of a cup in there. I think it's about right. And then I add a little bit of cinnamon. I don't know that all cinnamons created equal. I've never done the research to find out, but this was $1 at the grocery store and I bought it. So I add just a little bit in there. It's not a lot. I like cinnamon, so I could honestly add a lot. And cinnamon's so awesome for your body. It boosts your metabolism. So many amazing things. So, and then I add my coffee. Does anybody else's coffee pots like spill when you're pouring them? It's silly. And everybody asks me what kind of coffee I use. I use Starbucks coffee, nothing special. I don't usually use this one. This one was purchased by accident. I thought I was grabbing 2 espresso roasts and I bought this one and an espresso roast. The espresso roast is my favorite. So I just use basic store-bought coffee. And then, like I said, I use a NutriBullet. Blend this up, so it might get loud for just a second. Let you see. And that's it. Now, I know you might be like, oh my god, that's it? Seriously? Like, you've talked forever. That's because I had a lot of information to share. This honestly never takes me this long to actually make this stuff. And if you can see, it comes out beautiful and nice and frothy, and it's amazing. And then I just add a little bit of cinnamon on top of it, like so, because I love cinnamon. But in all honesty, guys, this does not take long to make at all. Seriously, like I said, I was just talking a lot this morning. Apparently I had a lot to say. So, give it a try. If you're a creamer drinker, give it a shot. You may use liquid stevia or stevia to sweeten it if you don't, if you need some sweetener in there. I personally feel that the almond milk kind of sweetens it enough for me, but alcohol-free liquid stevia is the best. But liquid stevia, just really a natural sweetener that you may use will really help if you are a sweet coffee drinker. But that's all I have today, so I hope you enjoyed and I hope you learned something, and if you have any questions about bulletproof coffee, let me know.